The Taliban's new penal code legalizes slavery and prioritizes animal protection over Afghan women.
On January 7, 2026, the Taliban regime published a new penal code with 119 articles, representing a serious setback for human rights in Afghanistan. Among the most shocking measures, the text re-legalizes slavery and establishes punishments that place women in a position inferior even to animals. For example, causing fights between animals or mistreating them can result in up to 5 months in prison, while a serious case of domestic violence, such as a husband causing fractures, injuries, or bruises to his wife, when proven, is punished with only 15 days of detention.
Activists and experts warn that this set of rules creates an environment of extreme vulnerability for women. Mursal Sayas, an Afghan women's rights activist, journalist, and director of the organization Women Beyond Borders, explained in an interview with the Jerusalem Post that the code transforms homes into veritable cages, where women are reduced to a condition of slaves. Men assume sole responsibility for family expenses, but in a country where 85% of the population lives on less than $1 a day and 69% face food insecurity, the financial pressure exacerbates cases of domestic abuse. Only 6% of women have jobs, preventing them from buying basic items like sanitary pads. Further increasing the control and abusive power of their husbands, the situation is complicated by restrictions imposed since 2023 on access to contraception, which has practically disappeared from the market, with constant threats to healthcare professionals. This results in miscarriages caused by violence and large families in already impoverished homes, treating women as birthing machines and severely damaging their health. The Afghan healthcare system is collapsing. There are only 10.3 key healthcare professionals for every 10,000 inhabitants, well below the World Health Organization's recommendation, and 2.2 million girls are prohibited from attending higher education, which will lead to a future shortage of female doctors, nurses, and midwives. Women working in healthcare suffer aggression for not wearing burqas or for not having male companions, and receive lower salaries, making it impossible to pay for these companions.
A dramatic example occurred after the September 1, 2025 earthquake, when cultural restrictions prevented men from touching women during rescues, causing staff shortages and delays in aid operations. Humanitarian resources end up being diverted to pay for male companions, while some of the assistance is withheld by the Taliban themselves. The code also imposes vague rules that mandate adherence to Sunni Islam, allowing vigilante action against followers of other branches, such as Shia Islam, and punishing activities like dancing or participating in non-Islamic cultural events. Activists fear that Afghanistan will become a safe haven for terrorist groups. The UN Special Rapporteur for the country, Richard Bennett, described the implications of the code as extremely worrying both from a human rights perspective and from the perspective of Sharia law interpretation, although it is still under detailed review. This new legislation reinforces the regime's oppressive control over Afghan society, especially over women and minorities, exacerbating a humanitarian crisis that has already lasted for years.